You're very welcome back. Well, our next guest is multi-talented mentalist, hypnotist and brain hacker, that is Keith Barry.
I'm scared. Yes, he's just kicked off his latest tour, Magic Madhouse. We managed to pull him away from his busy schedule this morning. Keith, you came here wounded, a wounded soldier.
I just slightly wounded, yeah. In the middle of the current tour of the Magic Madhouse, I end in this crazy escape that I do where I get locked in a metal straitjacket every night, and then that metal straitjacket gets locked to a Perspex box that my head is in, and then we fill that Perspex box full of water.
Of course you do, yeah.
Ultimately, I'm drowning in front of
nutter.
everybody every night, and I have to escape all these shackles and chains that have been examined by the audience. And yeah, last night I took a bit of a chunk out of my hand. It doesn't look like much, but it's kind of like a hole in my hand.
Oh,
Nice.
Jamie.
So yeah, it's just a little thing there, but it's grand.
In terms of the show, the new show that's on at the moment, and you're doing dates in Dublin coming up in the Olympia, how much prep does a new show take in terms of, do you start with a blank page and say, this is the concept, and then we work in the illusions, and what
Yeah,
way
no,
do you do it?
it's a good question. So it's changed over the years, but for me, I always make an effort to make sure that my show this year isn't just different than last year's, but it's different than any other of the 15 shows that I've done.
Right,
So I've got
yeah.
a bank of 30 hours of material that I've already done, or even more than that, probably 45 hours of material that I've already done. So I look through all that and I go, okay, now what have I not done? And I always listen to my audience. And last year I was asking people, like, what would you like to see next? And they kept saying magic, because I hadn't done magic in quite a while now on stage, probably about 10 years, because I concentrated on the brain hacking and the hypnosis, and that was fun, and it still is fun. But I decided to put magic back in the show. So this is a visual comedy magic fest, if you like, with still a sprinkling of hypnosis and brain hacking in there as well, and then also the escape at the end. So it takes about 3 months from start to finish for me to write and rehearse the show. But, you know, for example, the escape, I got the escape made in Canada from a specialist out there. And then ultimately, the first one got broken by FedEx. Then the second one he sent, none of it fit, none of it worked.
Lovely.
So the eve of Christmas Eve, I was getting all this stuff. I had to get, I'll give a shout out actually to the guys in Team FX down in Ardmore there.
Yeah, I know them well.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they fixed me up with all this stuff. They helped me out. It was Kevin down there actually. And so, yeah, I mean, literally we were right on the cusp of the tour.
But
it's all gonna
in
fix.
terms of the magic, so you said like this is going to concentrate on magic. What type of research? Like when you say we're going to put more magic into it, do you go back into the annals of history and look at tricks that mightn't have been done for years by the older guys, or do you try and come up with new stuff yourself?
Mixture of both. So, like, I take inspiration from anywhere. So, at the end of the show, I took inspiration from just watching a Saw 5 movie. So, remember those horror movies?
yeah.
I saw a guy get his head locked in a box that was ultimately filled with water. So, that was where the inspiration for that came from. But then I decided I wanted to put a pure comedy piece in the show where the whole audience was in on it, except the person on stage. So, the person on stage is being fooled really badly, but the audience is howling with the laughter because they know exactly how the magic is happening. So then I take that concept and go, okay, what will I use for that particular effect or trick? And then I'll take a concept like in the mentalism world. There's this thing called a chair test, and I won't bore you with the details of it. But a chair test can go any which way, but ultimately it uses 4 chairs, and people get to decide what color chairs they sit in. I've got a whole prediction based around that. But I've created a very unique chair test using the physicality of the people on stage.
Right.
So yeah, I come up with concepts from old, new concepts, and
There's
and
always a
just merge
Keith
it all
Barry
together.
twist to it,
Yes.
though, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. But my job, I suppose, is to make people laugh their heads off first.
Yeah, it's a comedy show as well, isn't it?
and then be fooled badly.
But it has to have your stamp on it, because your fans are coming to see the shows, and you're bringing in new fans as well.
Yeah, like anybody can do a trick, and I suppose really, I learned this years ago. If you want to turn it into a performance, you have to add your own stamp on it, like you said, and just put your own personality into it. And really, what you see on stage is kind of an exaggerated personality. But I suppose the important thing is, people when they see me on shows like this, they don't really see the live version of me, because you've got to peel it all back, because it is morning television and there's kids watching and so on.
Of
and so
course,
on.
you have to be so much more
But at 8
careful.
o'clock at night, I can do whatever I want, and I do go bananas on stage.
Now,
like,
you've got something for us this morning that you're going to... Myself and Anna are a little bit nervous.
There's nothing to be nervous
No, because
about.
the last time you were here, you
behind the
completely
couch.
got me. You asked me to pick that childhood memory, and you picked it.
Yeah, I was telling you about a childhood memory about an elephant that was pooing in front of you. I remember it.
He still remembers. It's a year ago.
The
What have you
memory
got
is
for us today?
incredible.
So I thought I'd give you an example of where inspiration comes from.
Oh,
so
right, okay.
a few weeks ago, I was at a Wim Hof breathing seminar in London. And Wim Hof is this crazy guy who's got 20 world records, and his whole thing is about breathing. And I have to hold my breath for 90 seconds to 2.5 minutes every night when I'm doing this escape in the box. And when I was over there, my phone ran out of batteries, and I didn't want to bother getting a taxi, but I was trying to figure out how would I get to where he was without knowing the street names in London, okay? So I thought, well, how am I going to do this? Well, I went to a bookshop and I grabbed an ABC of London, old school, went with a map. And so now my kind of new thing, if you like, is everywhere I go, I just buy a map. So I've got the Boston Street Guide, got the ABC of London. I'll just give you a quick flick through there. There's hundreds and hundreds of streets.
Very good.
And you can see all the pages, different loads of maps. So where do you want to go? Do you want to go to
Let's
Boston
go to
or
Boston, Rihanna.
Okay,
We'll
no,
go
you
to
get one
Boston
each.
off the back of... Oh, one each, okay.
Yeah, well,
okay.
ladies first. So which one do you want?
Well, I'll
Boston or-
pick London. You go
London. Okay,
Boston.
once again,
Yeah.
I'll flick through London when all the maps are different.
Okay.
All the index at the back. There's hundreds of streets in both. Which you want?
I'll go London.
London. All right, you get London, you get Boston.
Okay.
Go. Okay, so we're going to do this in two separate ways, okay?
Okay.
You're going to have a flick through. Also, make sure the index at the back that there's hundreds of streets there.
There
so
is,
there's literally
yeah. You can see
hundreds,
them all there,
if
look.
not thousands. If you look up even one letter at the back there, even one
There's
letter.
pages of Ys,
Pages of
for
even-
example.
Pages of just
Yeah.
Y, okay?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
close them up just for a moment. I'm going to do this two separate ways. We'll start with you, Simon. So, Simon, I want you...
scared.
You're going to look in the map section, okay?
map section is the
Pick
front,
any
yeah.
map that you want, but hold up so I can't see it.
Okay.
You're never going to show it to camera while you do this. You're going to
Okay.
confirm some things, though. Okay, and I want you to think of any street that you want. It could be a small street, a large street. Just look around.
On this map.
Lock in a street and then close up the books. We can't even get a clue. Got
Done,
it?
yeah.
So I don't even know what page you are on, so there's no way I could know. Anna will do this a little bit differently with the new. We're going to use the index at the back for
Okay.
you. I'm going to do this nice and quick. So I'll look away. As I flick through, you're going to say stop. Wherever you stop, I'll tell you what to do, okay? As I
Okay.
flick through, say stop anywhere.
Stop.
Forwards, backwards, are you happy right there?
Happy there.
Okay, remember the street address at the very top, whatever the street address at the top of this page is.
Okay.
I'm looking away, got it?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on to your book. Is there any way I can know right now what these are?
No.
There isn't. I mean,
I don't know what you
and I
picked.
don't
You know what I picked.
I don't know. I promise you, I don't know. But here's the idea. I'm going to show you how difficult brain hacking is. So here's what you're going to do. Simon, you're going to concentrate on the first letter in the street that you're thinking
Yes.
of. And you're going to mentally send it to Anna. And Anna, you're going to try and pick it up. Now, I'm not holding out too much hope that you'll get this, but I'm going to give you. It's obviously
Good.
it's a 1 in 26 shot is what you've got. So I'm going to write down some things in a moment. I'll write down whatever letter you call out, actually. So I want you to just go ahead.
Okay,
and-
so I'm sending you the letter now.
Okay.
Okay, what letter is it that he's thinking of?
I feel it's or.
R. Just yes or no, is it R?
No.
Good guess, but wrong, Anna. It's not R. Okay, so just so she knows that you're not lying to make her look bad on television, what was the first letter?
C.
C. Okay, it was C. Now, you just guessed that time. See, what you should have done is this. Okay, look at me. I want you to focus on the second letter. Imagine a neon sign over my head, and imagine you're lost and you're looking for this city. And imagine a neon sign over my head and focus on just the second letter. I'm going to write down a letter here now in a moment. Okay, we know the first letter is obviously a C. Look at me, focus on the second letter. I'm going to go for an A. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, good. Focus on the third letter. Imagine it floating over my... okay, look at me. I can tell you're doing yours as well. Yours is an O. Yours starts with an O. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. Look at me. Focus on the third letter. Imagine it floating over my head like a sign. Okay, I think I got this. I'm gonna write it down. Okay, look at me. Do all of the letters. Spell all the letters in your mind. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna go. No, look at me. Oh, there's an X in yours. Is that correct?
Sorry, yes.
Yeah. Okay. And look at me. Yeah, I'm going to go with this. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, I'll show the camera in a moment. I've scribbled it down. I've scribbled 2 streets down. Okay, so that's how that worked. You were just guessing. I wasn't guessing. I was trying to see what you were seeing. There's hundreds and hundreds,
Yeah.
if not thousands of streets that you could have chosen from. So I got... Well, do you want to name yours out loud? Name yours out loud. I've written it down. I'm committed. I'll show the camera, actually.
Yeah,
ahead. What was yours?
Carpenter.
Carpenter. What was yours?
Oxford.
What did I write down?
Carpenter and Oxford. That is unreal. I mean, if I go back to the O's, there are pages and pages of O's.
Yeah, but look at the right. I'm going to show you the map. So that's the page I opened, 20 and 21. I could pick between either of those pages.
Yeah.
I picked that page. I could pick any of those
Yeah,
streets.
anywhere.
I picked, and you can see it there.
Yeah.
See Carpenter Street? Look at that.
And don't forget, I'm in the Olympia this coming Friday and Saturday. Most important.
Yes.
January 26th and 27th in the Olympia. Also February 2nd and 3rd.
There's a long list, isn't there?
Yeah,
of
all
dates?
around the country. You
All
can
over
come
the
in if you
country.
The dates are up on the website, and we put them on our Facebook
All the
page
dates
as
are up
well.
on keithbarry.com.
I think it's really important to say for people who are nervous about you dragging them up on stage, if someone doesn't want to take part on stage, they don't have to do that because you don't want to put people off going to your shows.
Well,
ever.
very quickly, most people that well, not a lot of people that I meet say, "I love seeing you on TV3 or whatever,
But I'd be
but I'm
afraid
not
of
coming to your
But
live show
I'm
because I'm afraid." There's no hypnosis in this show, and more importantly, I just ask for volunteers. So if people want to come up, they just stand
Yeah.
up.
And they
Other than
don't,
that,
they don't.
kick back, relax
Relax
and enjoy the
it.
show.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Woo.
I'm scared. Up next, we're back at the catwalk with gelato-themed outfits. How in
gonna
the
stick
name
around?
of holy moly
Yes.
did you get that?
I'm
How
hungry
did you
as
get